coming right up. The Pelicans taking on the Wizards. For the Pelicans, their incredible journey continues. Ripping through the schedule, never looking back. Even on the road tonight, you can bet this team will come out swinging. Wizards, Pelicans, coming right up. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Already it's February. Let's see how the West is matching up. Taking a look at New Orleans. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
Well, I think for New Orleans, they've got their sight. Set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
Well, no one has been surprised by their dominance. Now they will try to take this momentum into the postseason.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, they've got King, Edey out there with Barnes, and it's Blackman in at the 3 slot. And for the Wizards, George is out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Carter. And it's Yang in at the center, filling out the middle. And Tim, the proverbial irresistible force versus the immovable object. It's offense against the defense.
Well, they talk about styles making fights, and I think that's what you're going to have here. You've got an offense incredibly difficult to control against one of the league's best defenses. Let's see which style wins out tonight.
You know, 2 different styles, that's always fun. You can really start to measure the analytics and the numbers, can't you?
Well, so often, Kevin, it's about which team can impose their will and style of play on the other. Typically, that's the team that's going to have the advantage.
Good point. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Marks. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. And taken away by Johnson. And they're pushing it up. King with the block. Pass to Marks. Softly drops in the floater.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Carter, the pass to Yang. Now, here's Johnson. 6 to shoot. Outside Carter. Edey with the rebound. King outside. Barnes screen on Carter. King with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Barnes can't get it to go. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's Carter missing.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
Here's Marks, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. So, Tim, the District of Columbia and the Wizards reaching a deal to keep them in D.C. through 2050.
Along with a project to expand the arena complex, create an entertainment district, and implement safety and transportation upgrades. Really exciting stuff.
And another miss by Washington.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
And here is King. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game.
And how about the body control? Barnes sets the screen and then a nice spin there to get open.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. Fifth on the list, Scotty Barnes.
it would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Here's King, following the three-pointer by Washington. Pass to Marks. Edey with a screen on Johnson. To the paint. King against Carter. And that one, good.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
King outside. To the inside. Marks. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Goes to.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. Edey with the steal. Here's Blackman, defended by George. King outside. Pass to Blackman. No good with the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. And Carter has it in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Carter's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. So for the Pelicans, Peters checks in for Zach Edey. Arnett comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Ellison for Marks. Now here's King. He has yet to score. A 3-ball. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Pass to Johnson. Inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Blackman. Here's Garnett. This is the fallback jam.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Here's Carter. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
Pass to Blackman. Garnett against Johnson. And Garnett, that's good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Ellis against Carter. Johnson outside. They set the screen. This one for 3. Peters grabs the miss.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
Now here is Carter. He has 7. King pass to Johnson. Shoots over King and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in assists, and defensively, he controls the airspace like no other, ranking 2nd in the league in blocks per game.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here, leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And the basket by Blackman.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
Now, here's Johnson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This their first look at this year's Washington squad. Ellis the pass to King. Back to Ellis. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. Pass to Blackman. Here's Peters. Johnson outside. Drills the three-pointer. Johnson's got 10. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Washington.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
And the Wizards with possession following the score by New Orleans. And George kicks to Carter. To the middle. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Carter. 12 points for Trey Johnson.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Here's Peters. King outside. Over Carter. King's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low. And the layup is good. And now a three-point Washington lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The Wizards shooting very well. 58% the offense is flowing right now early for them. And George kicks to Johnson. That ball, nice speed that time from George. He's got 14.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Wizards breaker. Let's give him a big hand for that George.
Pelicans trail by 14. Buzelis out there with Carter. Then it's Dalton Connect. And it's May in at the two-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. And that one's good. Barnes.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot if a teammate has a better one.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to May. Over Ellis. Ellis with some nice D. Pelicans trail by 12. Back to King. And here is Barnes. And rebounded by Connect. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Connect. Poke loose. And they're running. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Here's May, following the score by New Orleans. No good on that one.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Pass to Blackman. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Blackman's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And it's Connect in the corner. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about picking it up.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Now here's King, following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Barnes screen on Carter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here's a look at some of the stats for Scotty Barnes.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's May. No scoring in this one. And Willie Green wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Pelicans, #1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Johnson outside. No good on the 3. Pelicans trail by 10. Kamara with it. A crossover. It's deflected. Now here's King. Just 5 to shoot. Fast break. Here we go. And here they go. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Now here's Ellis. Out to the right wing. Here's Blackman. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Blackman's got it back down to single digits for the Pelicans. Now here is Carter. Covered by Kamara. Here's May. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand you need to work at everything but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Carter, the pass to Johnson. Yang, covered by Barnes. Here's Yang, and Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 14. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly. They grab their own miss. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one in the stripe.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Wizards have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one early.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Now here's King. 23 points his last outing. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Barnes. Carter looking around. On the wing, Johnson. Driving in, and Barnes sends it back. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talks about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those. Back to you."
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And it's good, 2 points.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
King against Carter. Tries from 10. Barnes. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Kicks it out to Johnson. Shoots over King. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
First personal.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Wizards shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. George is checked in for Washington. And Johnson drops them both. Pelicans trail by 8. It's stolen by Johnson. Carter outside. Pass to Johnson. Outside for George. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. George has got 5 points so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Now here's King. 5 on the clock. Barnes screen on Carter. Here's King. Off target with his 3. Wizards leading by 10. George passes to Carter. Pass to Johnson. Outside, George. Wizards passing it around. Wizards need to get a shot off here. Carter, that's good.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
That was your Wizards. You dance me. Give them some.
Trey Johnson has been leading the charge for the Washington Wizards. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this.
62.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
Which I suppose accounts for the low turnover total. Or that's just me. And next up on the docket, a look at some upcoming games. The Timberwolves will face off against the Celtics in Boston. It's going to tip off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
And this could be a fairly competitive one.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Trey Johnson has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with a step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
Here's Marks. So for New Orleans right now, King is out there with Marks. Then there's Scotty Barnes. Then it's Zach Edey. And it's Blackman in at the small forward position. Now here's King. It's a one-point game. Here's Marks for the lead. King's shot is off. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the inside, and he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Barnes passes to King. Out to the right wing. Here's Marks. And it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Now Carter. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Carter outside. Lock at 6. Johnson left side. And it's King with the rebound. King's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Edey. King outside. Johnson against Barnes. To the paint. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Johnson.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
For New Orleans, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. So it's Washington now, following the score by New Orleans. Yang passes to Johnson. Lets it go from the wing. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. King, that's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Carter dishes to George. Yang passes to Johnson. Good on the shot. Johnson's got 26.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Edey. To the left wing. Barnes outside. Here's King. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. King's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And here's Carter. 12 points for him. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. King's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barnes outside. Edey with a screen for Barnes. Fires for 3. Rebound, Washington. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Johnson, the pass to Carter. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over King. Bounces high off the rim and drops. That's 28 points for Johnson.
Anytime you get an easy shot in this league, your confidence level goes up. That's exactly what happened there.
You better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Take a look at Slim, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Now here's King. He's got 8. Here's Barnes, and it's sent back by George. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Carter down low. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Johnson. Another one falls for Washington.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
King, the pass to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. And again, New Orleans has no up.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Carter finds George. Back to Carter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Yang. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pelicans trail and taken away by Johnson.
New Orleans foul.
Wizards making a switch here. Mays checked in.
Second team foul. Now, into the lineup for Washington.
There's the lob to Carter. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Jalen Johnson.
Over in the corner, Ellis. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. George with the ball. He has 5. Pass to May. 6 on the shot clock. Carter with a screen on Barnes. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. King, the pass to Barnes. Kick out to King. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
3-point field goal.
Barnes has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's May. He's guarded by Ellis. And Carter has it in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Barnes against George. Barnes passes to King. Back to Barnes. To the middle. Stolen. Barnes against George. Out left to the wing. Here's May. Drills it from outside. May's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Now here's Barnes. 21 points in the game. Pass to Peters. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
Here's May. He's guarded by Ellis. George looking around. Here's May. For the 3. And it's King with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Ellis. King outside, and they call an illegal screen here.
A moment now to see the stats for Barnes. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's around 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3.
Washington making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Johnson. Connect comes in for Keyshawn George. And it's Johnson in for Carter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Marks, covered by Johnson. Marks passes to King. Pass to Eason. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. That gives them the lead. Marks has got 5 points in the quarter. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Pelicans lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Get up on your feet.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Johnson Dalton Connect is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Carter. And it's May in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. The three from Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
King outside. Here's Marks. Pass to Bessie, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Wizards trail by 3. May passes to Carter. He gets that one.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Bessie, the pass to King. Here's Kamara. The three-pointer, no good. Johnson outside. Pass to Connect. Wizards passing it around. Johnson against King. Steps back. Shoots it up. Johnson's shot is off. Well, for New Orleans, shooting about 59% from the floor offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Here's Marks. Releases. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And the foul called on Toumani Camara. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Now, into the lineup for Washington.
New Orleans on D.
Number 16.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Johnson outside. Shoots over King. The Wizards with another miss. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And that one's good, Bessie.
Yeah, scoring off of missed shots. That's a big part of his game.
Johnson outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Amen Thompson and the Houston Rockets. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Johnson outside. Beyond the arc. And again, Washington no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Kamara. Garnett, right side. King outside. Here's Marks from the arc. They get it back. Bessie. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 7-point New Orleans lead.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
And timeout called by Willie Green. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Thank you, Allie.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
King outside. Pass to Marks. From downtown, Washington with the rebound. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Carter against King. Pass to Marks. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Johnson. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Wizards. Johnson outside. Now here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target. So let's head to the sideline. We've got some news on Ben Simmons. Allie, what have you heard there?
Thanks. I got some news from New Orleans head athletic trainer, and I've been told there's a lot of pain when squeezing the hand, which looks to be fractured. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Unfortunately, that's not a walk-it-off type of situation. That's just tough. You know, it didn't look good when we saw him go down.
Second team foul.
Here's George. And the foul on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
New Orleans on D. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. And George kicks to Carter. Kicks it out to Johnson. 5 to shoot. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And that's now 35 points for Johnson.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Pass to Edey. Here's Marks. Over Johnson. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
In the corner, George with it. Johnson sets the screen for George to tie it up. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the back blow.
Here's Marks. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Pass to King. Here's Marks. Shoots over Johnson. Here's Edey. And he gets the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. Over to the wing. George with the steal. 3-on-3. Outside Carter. Pelicans with the rebound. King with it. George picks him up. And it's sent back by George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. The Pelicans making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
Scotty Barnes.
Here's King. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
George passes to Carter. Back to George. To the inside. Shoot from the right block. 6 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Shoots over King. Johnson's shot is off. New Orleans in the lead. Moving it up. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And no fear in Barnes late in the game. This guy is not afraid of the moment.
Carter kicks to George. Nice ball movement by Washington. Carter sets the pick for George. Knocks down the 3.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those 3-point opportunities.
King against Carter. Here's Marks.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Jalen Johnson. Second personal foul.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
He's off on the second.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Johnson, it's sent back by Edey. Johnson outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. Doesn't go in. New Orleans in the lead. Now King. Barnes screen on Carter. 17-foot shot away. Pulls the trigger. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Scotty Barnes. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Washington shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Johnson outside George. It's good.
Great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Carter against King. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Johnson against King. Johnson outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
New Orleans leading by 3. King outside. Beyond the arc. Johnson rips down the board.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
Outside George. Here's Johnson. Shoots it. The shot misses. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And timeout called by Willie Green. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24 minutes, they'll have to foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
At the line for the Pelicans.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And that could seal it at the line. He looked totally composed the entire time.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throw.
Now Carter. George! Off target from outside. So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Alan LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Scotty Barnes.